Hello, everyone. This is just trying to play it, and we are going to start a challenge in Story of Seasons Grand Bazaar. Now, for those of you who have not heard of it, don't know where you've been, if you follow these types of games, you've heard of this game. Okay, Story of Seasons has been a staple in my life for a long time. Harvest Moon, things like that. And we have played this game, I'm not going to tell you how many years, but we've played this game for quite some time. Um, this game has been, it was probably one of the first video games that I ever played on a console that had this kind of farming and store aspect, life sim, all of that rolled in one. So I absolutely love these games. Now, as we create our character and go through this, I will tell you about the challenge that I've decided to do, as well as um, just various things within the game. I love these eyes. No, not that one. We're gonna keep that brown. But hold on, these eyes here. I don't know why those look great to me. The skin tone, I've got to make it a little bit darker. The eye color, I will keep. The hair, I won't. We'll just go through. I love this ponytail, to be honest with you. Can't do these cuts. You know what? The curly bob, I like. It wasn't curly like that, but there was a time when my hair used to look like this. I used to keep it that way. It was a little longer than this, but I tried to keep it in this style. I'm gonna go with that. Now, funny, well, not funny story, but interesting story. During the summer, my hair actually has a brown tint to it. I don't know why, I don't know how, but any other time it's black, jet black, to be honest with you. So since this autumn, we're gonna make my hair jet black. I think that looks good anyway. I think that looks really, really good. No facial hair, no moles, no freckles. Body type, we're gonna make like a girl, because we're gonna play as a girl. Would be easy to play as a boy or something, just for funs and giggles. But my character is going to be straight. I have one where I'm playing a boy. He's straight, but I also am going to do one where the character, it's just my personal gameplay. I also do one where the character can go either way. It's their preference. I like that voice. Now this hat does nothing for me. I'm sorry, I don't like hats. Don't like wearing them. Now if it's a straw hat in the summer, I might, but I really don't. Now I know it's to match the outfit, but I hate the hat. So we're done with the hat. We're not doing it. Now the clothes that we start off with, I do like both of these, to be honest with you, but we're gonna go with the shorts. Um, I don't like all the pink and stuff like that, but we're gonna go with it anyway. Okay, so we're gonna do that. So that's our character. We're gonna go with as much of my name as I can put in here, which I think is just trying to. So we'll go with that, which is gonna sound really crazy in the game. We're gonna go with she, her. We're not gonna go into all that other stuff. My birthday, I don't know how important it is here. I know that on certain games, your birthday makes a difference because if you've made friends with people, they come and leave you gifts and stuff like that. I think on um, my time at Porsche, I think that happens, if I'm not mistaken. There's some other games where it makes a difference. I don't know if it makes a difference here. So we're going to just randomly pick, like, I don't want to do spring and summer. We're going to go with autumn. We're going to make it maybe after. I might make it after one of the bazaars because most people gather. You know what? That might be a good idea. Most people gather in the town square after the bazaar the next day to hear the announcement if you choose to go. And I think that might be a good idea. Now, because I didn't use the second part of my name, That's going to be the name of our farm. Play it. So just trying to play it. Goes well for me. Just trying to play it farm. That's what we're going to do. So what's going to happen is we are going to go ahead and work this character. We're going to do this. This is us. This is how we're beginning. I'm going to do on this first video just the first day, and then we're going to lead into the next day to see what our trends are. My rules are I want to do I want to do the first, I want to do 1 million in the first month, in the first season. Can we get to 1 million in the first season? Okay. The first step is the first challenge is to do 50,000 at our very first official bazaar. Now you may wonder, what do I mean by official bazaar? We'll get into that later. I love Felix. I love Felix. I mean, he's so intense on this game, but he's intense for a reason. Felix is my name, and I have the honor of being mayor of our humble community. Oh, I can't tell you how much it warms my heart. There we go. I love that they have the actual voice or whatever, and you just don't have to read it. We're going to let this stuff play because it is the first time. But if I ever do say another one, I probably won't. If I do another one on the channel, I won't. I'll leave it up there long enough for you to read it, but I may be before his voice is done. Now, normally, if I play a new game, I skip all this. Now, he's right about that. The best way to sell your stuff is the bazaar, but it's not the only way, which I learned that quite a while after I played for the very first time. Now, I do have some hours in this game. Are they true hours? Probably not. And the reason I say that is because um, I've probably left the game on while I went and did something else, such as go put a load in the laundry or, go and cook dinner or went to the bathroom or anything like that. So that time is not full play time. So I can't say that, the number of hours up there is true. I would say give or take 10% is probably different. We have some time before it opens. So he's got to prepare. We're going to do a scroll in the park. We're going to do everything that we need to do during the tutorial. Yes, we will, Felix. See you later. He is like so swole. He has a I guess you can call it a guy who hangs out at the gym a little bit too much. He has one of those bodies. But he's cool people. I like it. So we're going to go ahead and let this go through. As this is going through, I'll explain to you my challenge. We're going to try to do 1 million during spring. Spring is our first season. Every season has 31 days. It does not go by your traditional 28 days, which is what a lot of these types of games normally do, which I don't blame them at all, and I'm not saying that I do. But this one has 31 days for each season. So it adds another challenge too because you don't always start your new season on a Monday. So it could start on a Thursday or even a Tuesday. So that makes a difference. It will never start on the weekend though. So that's a good thing. I think. I don't think it never starts on the weekend. So Basically, what we're going to do is the first season we're going to try to do 50,000. Now that's the first goal. If we do it, that's wonderful. If we don't, that's fine too, because we have the rest of the season to hit our mark. Now, hitting a million, I think, in the first season is tough. Because in the first season, that first week is spent getting all your tools, getting things together. You may or may not have too much time to upgrade your tools. You don't have you might you don't have as much energy. You don't have as many things at your disposal to do certain things. So I think that makes it a challenge. If I said by summer, I think that's easier, a lot easier. So what we're going to do is everyone knows if they've played this game or watched anyone play or whatever, that you can adjust the trends that you get based on you saving the game the night before and constantly reloading it if you don't like the trends. We will not reload the game and change the trend. Okay? So that's one thing to keep in mind. All right? We will not reload. We will have to deal with the trend that we have. Okay? We're going to deal with whatever trend it gives us. So that's that. Now, I could say we have one opportunity to change it if we don't like it, but I'm going to take that away completely. We have to deal with whatever trend they give us, which gives us an extra challenge. Now, obviously, in other games, in other times where I've played this, I've re-rolled the trend. There's been times I think I re-rolled this trend like 12, a dozen times, and still didn't come up with what I felt to be ideal. But then again, what is ideal for the first season? You know, I don't really know. I would say, what are we looking for in the first season? Things we can easily do. So things that have to do directly with crops, and things that have to directly do with um, foraging. I think Felix is a hot mess. Bethel. I love that. I don't know what it is about the way he says that, but I absolutely love that. Bethel. This is just great. Okay, the proceeds to help me with start my farm. That is correct. What I thought at first, honestly, was that I felt like we get better stuff to start off with. But the wonderful thing about it is you get the same stuff no matter if you restart or whatever. Um, so I think it's a good thing. Um, I think it's a good thing that whenever you start the game, you start off with the same amount. After you completed your introductory bazaar, and that's why I said earlier our first official bazaar, our real bazaar, because this first one doesn't count. You're gonna do this regardless, and you're gonna get the same amount of money. So this doesn't count towards the total we need for our bazaar anyway. So we're gonna see after this. I just love his intensity. I think they made him some. He can be over the top, but I think they made his intensity. I think it's spot on, to be honest with you. Okay, so I have the items that he gave me. So let's prepare those items for sale. So this is going to go through how we deal with the bazaar because obviously that's the most important thing in the game. The bazaar happens every week on a Saturday. Any items you wish to sell should be placed directly in your stall stock. Simple no, yes it is. Now then, go ahead and move all the items from your bag into your stock. So we are going to go ahead and move those. We've got 5 different types of items. Now we're going to open up the shop. This was exciting to me. I don't know about anybody else, but I really was excited when I started doing this. I don't think I've ever played the other version of Grand Bazaar, so it was all new to me. Why don't you start by choosing 3 items from your stock to display on your counter? Okay, so that tells you everything you need to know. I'll leave it there for a bit. You guys can read it. We'll get past it. Now I'm gonna go in order that it gives me. Don't really care at this point. So we've done that. We've got small amounts of stuff up there. As it seems, we already have some potential customers. Try ringing the bell. Now left shift is gonna ring that bell. Bam, bam. They heard it. So I got their attention. Now, time to make the sale. Let's go. So 3 people saw it. 3 people are actually gonna buy. There you go. Customers will walk up to the counter when they're interested in the product. Complete the transaction quickly so that you aren't making the next customer wait. There we go. Now that part's done. Keep in mind, customers may be looking for something you do not yet have on display. You can always swap them out. So now we're going to end up doing that. Let's see if anybody's looking for it. Right now, they're not looking for anything. We're going to go with the people that we have here. And we're going to swap out. Now choose an item you wish to swap. We're going to go right over to this. Put that down. There we go. Nobody's here. We're not getting very many customers. In the first season, there aren't that many customers. So that's one factor. That's one challenge we're going to have as well when we're doing our when we're trying to do our challenge. Because that very first week, there aren't that many customers. So the question remains, would we be able to get the amount of money we have with a small amount of customers that will be coming through? And then we only have this one table. So we're gonna have to make the most out of it, and then they don't buy as much. It's just a whole thing, it's gonna be a whole thing. I want to take care of him first. Something happened here. Hold on, there we go. I was stuck for a minute. I am so sorry about that. Because I was trying to ring the bell and do something else. But yeah, yeah. Now it's too bad that I can't take this off and split it up. Because later on in the game, I realized that that could probably be important. But we're not going to dwell on that right now. Come on, look at the little people. They're so cute. This probably is our. This person here makes me wonder. You see how they walk with their hand always on their side? I always wonder what that was all about. But, it just goes to show you the different characters that they've given to this game. This game is absolutely beautiful. It's done so well. I've always loved the Harvest Moon type games. They've always, been that way. 45.96. I think that's the same amount we get regardless of what happens. If you do that, you can see what's sold, how much it's sold for, see where your money kind of went, which is cool. Turnips is 200 each is not bad. Maybe we can, make the most out of that or something. I don't know. You know, wool is 200 each, milk is 150, and then you've got everything else here. So, we saw all of that when we were putting it up there. So that's great. So we have accomplished this and everything's fine. So we sold out my tremendous talent for sales, which really is not a big deal because people want it, they're going to buy it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna be honest with him. I did say I was so excited. I mean, I guess you kind of get the same, but I'm gonna be upset about. I'm gonna let him know there weren't very many customers. You see how his body. I love that part. I'm sorry, everybody, but I love when he does that. His body just drops like, oh, so you notice, But he's honest about it. And he's letting me know that everything went crazy after the previous farmer left, but at the same time, he's like, we have a new way to go. We're going to make this better. He'll tell you the truth, but he's positive about the things that can happen, and I like that, you know. Trying to be the most famous bazaar. That is his dream, you know. Yes, let's do that. Let's make it the grandest bazaar ever, everybody. And you notice they'll never like in these games. Don't expect them to call you by your name because obviously there could be so many names, so many pronunciations. You know, I used to get upset sometimes when I'm like, I put in my name. Why aren't you calling me my name? You know, that was a long, long time ago. I've grown since then. So he's giving me a map. We can use M for the map, which is great. Yep. Take out that paper. My bag can hold the map, but the items I pick up, yes, I will get quite a lot of use out of my bag. Okay. So I think right now we're moving forward. I am now going to go to my farm and get a chance to see everything. He's just taking me to my farm, which is great. We're going to take a screenshot of that. Love the screenshots. Love the screenshots. I mean, it all looks really good. You know, I absolutely love the way that these games are designed and stuff, and just knowing um, the different things. Like when I first played, I actually skipped this. I didn't need him to show me all of this, um, so I skipped all of this. But I suggest anytime you're playing a new game or whatever, let all this stuff play through, so you can at least see it first, just in case you miss out on anything. I wasn't planning on missing out on anything, but you know, yes, the clock strikes 5. I'll pass out and end the work for the day. Wake up the next. I've had that happen, and it's not pleasant. Um, there's my storage over there. Yes, I can go take them out, put them in the storage. That is true. I'm not really exhausted, dude, but okay. When we wake up, he's gonna teach us farming. See ya. Good night, Felix. So now we're left by ourselves. And technically, if I was playing a new run through, I would honestly save right here and then go to sleep. But since we're not going to do that in this one, then I'm not going to. Long day. See, anytime you try to do anything else, they want you to go to bed. Now I can put flowers in here, which is fine. Not going to go through that. So, okay, everybody, when we wake up in the morning, we're going to see what our trends are. Now, I forgot how the tutorial goes for farming, but if it makes us have to do that like right away, then we'll go ahead and do the tutorial first, and then we'll go ahead and look at our trends. So here we are. We're going through the cutscene, and that should be Felix at the door. Here we go. All right. So he's going to show me how to farm. So he's giving me farming tools. I could say that I farmed before, or I say none, or whatever. So I'm going to say none right now because we're going to act like we have no farming experience at all. Okay? And have him show us. Now, I could say I had some, and then what it would do is it would say, do I need a refresher course or something like that. I could have done that, but we're gonna be complete novice here. Complete novice. Okay, let's begin the farm lesson. Let's hold the hoe. We're gonna hit E. Bam, we got it. Okay, change the order they're lined up in. Yes, we can. Now use the hoe to plow a space. Plow the space. Bam. Now we gotta take out the seeds. So we do Q. We can switch from back and forth, which is great. Take the seeds and scatter them in the plot. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take advantage of things, and we're going to. Now, you didn't know, I didn't know we could jump and do this for like a week or two in game. I was just sitting there and I was doing this one by one. I thought that was the way it was supposed to be, and that's the way I was going to do it. But yeah, I could have been doing three at a time and saving my time, but I didn't. I did not. So I was very upset with myself because the time I wasted and everything, I mean, it was just crazy. And I didn't do this before, I just followed the tutorial. Okay, I can't even go over there and get that. It won't even let me out. Okay, so here we go. We're going to go ahead and put down the seeds, okay? So we can also, I believe, do this like that. There we go. Now I need to water the seeds, but we're going to go ahead and put these down first. Okay, go back over here. Bam. There we go. Water them every day. Okay, and what I didn't realize also was they could be watered twice. I thought it was mandatory, and there I was trying to hurry up and water them before I went to bed, but it's not necessary. So I can grow without fertilizer. Fertilizer helps um, the quality, however. Because you know, in every game like this, there's a way to increase your quality. Okay, increase the quality of crops. I can spread it once a day. They sell for more, obviously. So now I'm ready. I am ready to farm. We're good to go, Felix. I did that. It's very handy. Thank you. Wonderful. Thank you, Felix. Appreciate you. Now you gotta skedaddle. Get on out of here. All right. Now neighbors are very important. This is really true. My friendship level with them is very important. Okay, so the new content, I know all about that. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. I gotta pick up my mail. We go about our time. We get titles, that sort of thing. There's so much involved in this game. Before we do that, we're going to look at our stuff here. This is when we first came in. That's from Felix. This is what we got just by simply, I think, coming in here. Oh my God. Look how lucky we got. Okay. The wool, we're not going to be able to do that for at least a couple of weeks, I think. I'm not going to really completely, I'm not going to get any alpacas or sheep or anything like that for at least the first season, I think. The round crops, white crops, and then small spring fish, if I even decide to even fish. But all of this comes in so handy. We got so freaking lucky. I don't think I got this lucky in the dozen times that I was doing this thing. Round and white crops, okay? The potatoes we just got are round, they're white. I mean, they're not white, but they're round. The turnips are considered white crops. So we have gotten so lucky on this, you know. Customers really like what's currently popular, the trends. So we're going to work with these trends to see if we can get um, some good. Yeah, these are considered round two, I believe. The radishes. They take 5 days, so the radishes actually will just get ready by the time we have our bazaar. But I think everything else that we plant, I mean, if they even can get ready then, I think it counts today as a day for that. So we'll see. I think it does. Don't quote me on that. I believe it does. Okay, so we're gonna put these over here. I hate having the split over there. I may not concern myself too much with the quality just yet. Okay, things disappear off the ground for 2 days. Believe it or not, I managed to fill the ground with so much stuff one time that it told me this is a small-headed look. I actually got good at catching the critters and stuff. Um, I miss a few, but I usually can sneak up on them. So they're gonna go in there for sale too if that's the case. I mean, I don't have a problem with I can't get up there and get that thing, but that's not a problem. But I actually managed to have so many things on the ground that it told me I was at my max. Can you believe that? Seven spotted ladybug. These are not trending, but they'll sell for a little bit. I am going to have a criteria as to what I sell and how much I sell it, where I sell it and when I sell it. Um, this, uh, I did not, I never used this basket. I think I will though for a little bit, but I never really used that basket. So what we're going to do is we can't do too much except go around foraging and collecting critters. So that's exactly what we're going to do since we can. As you can see, we don't have any of the other tools yet. So in this game, each day for your first week or so, you're going to get a different tool. And then along with that comes a quest from the people who give it to you, which is great because you can get extra things and stuff from them while doing it. Because these flowers can be picked up. You can tell what things you can pick up. Obviously, these weeds, things like that. We can pick all that stuff up. These do stack, thank God. But as you can see, these don't cost a lot. I'm only going to get 150 from that. I'm only going to get 120 from that. And then another 70. That's not going to add up. I could sell the metals, but I do know the metals are important later on. But at the same time, those metals do accumulate over time. So, so you can review all your tips with the pause menu, things like that. Um, we're going to do a little bit of the day. We're not going to do that much. I just want to run around for a little bit. We're going to get a lot of those things because we're catching stuff for the first time, obviously. I'm just going to run around a little bit and gather what I can and what I see. And then we're going to come back and save and continue from where we left off. Now, if you catch enough critters, you never know. You know what I'm saying? You may have enough to hit our goal or to come close. But we're going to work our way to the little city area, what I call the town, and we're going to meet some people. We're going to talk. We're going to do what we can. This place is just so great. It's so well made. I mean, whoever designs this stuff is absolutely wonderful at it. It's just simple little things. You know what I'm saying? There's a person we can meet. He's Gabriel. Okay. They'll be happy if you give them a gift. Yes. So we're going to catch this. It takes a little time, but as you can see, it is definitely, definitely doable. I sometimes miss that little guy because I can hardly see them. Okay. Now I'm going to talk to the children. What's up, Kevin? Kevin is a fellow bug catcher. Here's another little young lady. Want to be friends? She's very outspoken. And then this one is very shy. No, I already talked to you. How can I talk to? Let me face this way. There we go. She's a shy one. They're so cute. I love the way they've kind of made these characters in here. Over here is the Bazaar board. This is the board review. This lets you know whether or not you're going to move to the next stage or not. I don't think we'll have any problem hitting that $1,000 gold mark or G or whatever you want to call it. I don't think we'll have that issue. That's usually pretty easy, even if you're not trying. Okay. But what isn't easy is probably the 50,000 that we've put on ourselves. But that's just a personal goal. That's not something that will stop us from moving on, to the next one. Now we're in the shop. We've got our guy Miguel here. He is one of the merchants that's here. Wonderful little dude. We can sell him stuff too. So keep that in mind in case you are wondering. We can sell Miguel things. Now, what do we want to have as far as our starter seeds? I think I'm going to go crazy with some turnips. Turnips are harvested in 4 days. Turnips are more likely to grow and be ready by Friday because Saturday morning, well, I'll say Saturday morning, they're more likely to be ready by Saturday. And who knows, we may have a few more in the ground by then. I don't know. Now, technically, I believe we have uh, 54 spaces, I think, to do stuff, but we have a few things of weeds and stuff in there. We've already planted 18 items. So I'm going to say we don't have, I say two of those spaces are unusable. We've got 52 spaces. We planted 18. That leaves us with 34. I know we're going to get um, some more produce to put in there. But I am going. Oh no, that leave me. They won't leave me with enough money. If I do 27 right now, I was saying 34. That leaves me another 9 spot, I think, to do something else. Do I really want to do all of those? I think they sell for 200 if what we saw. That won't give us our 50. Trust me. It's not going to give us our 50. Um, right now, since we don't have that much, let's do the 20. No, we're going to do 18. We're going to do 18 for right now. Because we want to see if we want to make sure we have money for something else. So we're going to do 18 of them. And then what I want to do is I want to go over here, speak to the people that's here. So I'm going to go around and speak to them. This is Mina. She's the granddaughter of Madeline. They're so cute. Madeline's so cute. All of them are cute. They have really good characters in here. So we're going to talk to Madeline just a second. Now, Madeline is selling all of these. Now, what I didn't realize at first, it dawned on it happened really quick. But any recipe that you don't have, you can learn the recipe by eating whatever it is. So in this case, I think I have a few. I know Cook Rice is telling me right here that you know this recipe. So if you don't know the recipe, feel free to go ahead and read this thing. Okay? So what you do, well, not read it, but eat it. So what you do is you buy something. It gives you some stamina recovery that's indicated over here. Some have an effect, some don't. The rice, for example, the cooked rice does not have an effect, but the cooked rice can make something else. So you look here, it makes an on whatever that is. I'm not even going to try to pronounce it, but it gives very moderate stamina recovery. That's really good. Okay, that's really good. It's better than the slight because you got to eat so many of the slight to make one of the moderate. I would say at least 3 or 4 of the slight to equal one moderate. That's just my guessing. It may be more, but that's what I think. So what we're going to do is periodically we're going to come here and buy recipes. I'm not going to go nuts with it, but I do want something that'll give me a decent amount. I try to come and buy something that's slight or something that I can easily make later. And then I try to also get something that's a little bit moderate but cheap. Okay, this is the same price as that, but this is going to give me cheap. Now, can I make that right away? Probably not, but who cares? I'll have the recipe. So right now, that's where we're going to end it, and we still have 910. There's not a lot of other things to buy, but as you can see, this says the same thing. You can learn the recipes by eating new foods, and then you can go in your kitchen and make that stuff. So that's wonderful. Now here is my little shortcut that I use to get up here. Sometimes I go all around. Oh, this thing is back. Now these bugs and stuff will respawn. I don't remember the time. I want to say it's either 5 or 6 o'clock, but they do respawn. They won't respawn though. Like if I'm standing here, this stuff will stay barren and won't come back. But everywhere else will. So wherever you are, make sure you're not someplace where things spawn. Now, if I keep doing this, I am guessing that I'm going to have a good chunk of bugs to sell. Now, yes, if anyone watches this game and stuff like that, they know that you can turn these into the harvest sprites. But you know what? For right now, we're not there yet. Okay? Taking a bath at home is great. On one of my playthroughs, I have the bath completely um, maxed out. So this windmill is broken. We know obviously that's going to be something we're going to help with. We pretty much help the whole freaking town with everything. Okay. So I would love to put these in the same area, but I won't. I will just put them in here. Luckily, I watered everything, so that's going to help me in this case. And then we might as well finish this part out there. So I have this space. I have 14 spaces left. Oh shoot, I miscalculated. I have 4 spots that are taken up. So really, we only have 50 spaces. But that's fine. That's fine. I'm not gonna dwell on that. What else are we gonna do? We're gonna just basically this day is gonna be the gathering of anything and everything that's laying around. We're also gonna take another walk and see what we may have missed in the other area. But for right now, everyone, we are going to save this here and we're going to leave it. We're going to come back and finish this day out. Each day, I want to say, is probably about 30 to 45 minutes. Doing one day at a time is not going to cut it. So these videos will go at least an hour or so because I need to do at least 2, maybe 3 days to even get anywhere. But I will try my best to edit. I will try my best to do what I need to do to make sure it's not as tedious or whatever. The first week, maybe, but after that, I'll try my best to cut some of that out. But yes, this is the challenge, everyone, that we're going to be doing. So if you want to do the challenge along with me, by all means, join me. Hit the like button, subscribe, follow along. I'll love to hear how your challenge is going, even if you don't follow along. Let me know if you're going to do a challenge. This game is great. You can play this forever, so you don't have to stop at a certain point. But time is ticking, everyone. So I'm going to leave it here. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Just Trying to Play It, and hope that I see you on the next video.